Welcome everyone again to the 198th anniversary of Washington Township. How was dinner, everyone? Did everyone enjoy it? Big round of applause for Fran at Pamela's Catering and all the staff here. I'd like to, before we begin the program, I have some special dignitaries I'd like to introduce. I'm proud to have our Washington Township clerk here, Miss Audrey Brown, back there. I'd like to thank her. And we also, all the good-looking people by her as her staff over there at the township, so welcome everyone. And our Deputy Mary Jermez. I'd like to welcome, thank you. We also have our trustees here. I have Charles Reinhold, Dennis Stevenson, and Michelle Milam. So thank you all for coming and supporting. I'd like to thank my counterpart in Bruce Township. We've been working together since we both got elected in 2020, the supervisor of Bruce Township, Mike Philbrook. I want to thank him for coming. Mike Philbrook's a native of Washington Township. So I want to introduce Alex Aprile here from Congressman Lisa McLean's office. So thank you for coming. We have some proclamations. And I'd also like to introduce Washington Township. He's a representative of the Older Adult Advisory Committee representing the County Commission District here in the northern end, Tom Matthews from Washington Township. So thank you for coming. Before we do the award ceremony, again, tonight's a special, it's the 50th anniversary of our Historical Society. So I had a very big job to fill. Our founding president is here, Mr. Ira Jim Holcomb. He was the president here for over 48 years and still is our treasurer. I'd like to introduce him up here. We're gonna do a little presentation up on the screen, but I'd like to call Jim up here to give a couple words about the program. Sorry, where is? I'm blinded by the light. Can't see. Oh yeah, come on up. A few words, yeah. He's only got a few pages now.
If my wife were here, she would say that I've already talked too long. Just a few things. My name is Jim Holcomb. Been with the Historical Society since 1973, when a small group of people met in the Octagon House and decided to try and save the old Washington School from becoming a parking lot. Anyway, the original organizers were very successful in getting a lease for the building, and we ended up then with a 7,000 square foot building that we had to maintain and use to preserve the history and artifacts of this area. We filled 5 large rooms with exhibits, and we have over 200 local families have donated items for displays. We have on display at the museum items that were brought here by the original settlers in the 1820s. The Society has been fortunate to have the help of many talented and generous people along the way. A few of the members who have supported this society are pictured on the play cards on your tables. We have, I believe, 16 people there. I can't tell you about all of them because there's not enough time. But I'd like to tell you at least about a couple of them that stand out in memory. Laura Williford was our treasurer for many, many years. At one of our very first fundraisers, a spaghetti dinner, we had the attendees sign a banner. We charged, I think, 25 cents for that to raise a few dollars. Anyway, Laura took the banner home and embroidered all of the signatures. It took a couple of years, but it hangs in our meeting room now. So we have a record of many of the people that came to that first dinner. Muriel O'Brien was our recording secretary for many years. She recorded everything in shorthand. She was also in charge of our gift shop. She would, at our business meetings, she would always bring something for lunch afterwards so we could sit and talk for a while. We also celebrated Christmas with a potluck dinner, and Muriel would basically coordinate the whole event, and we would have little games along the way, which she took care of. Bob Allen was always helpful. He and his wife Sherry recorded and published several books to preserve the history of the area. They have also walked many of the local cemeteries to seek and record the graves of Confederate soldiers that are buried here. John Dyer Hurden came to us in 1988 and said he has a collection, a Boy Scout collection, that he'd like to bring to the museum. So we figured we'd give him a room. We gave him a room, and he filled the room. We have inventoried part of the collection that's there, and we have over 2,000 items there, and the inventory is not complete. In the early 2000s, I should say, John estimated that we had over 10,000 visitors to the Boy Scout Museum. Mark Faubert is now the coordinator of the John Dyer Hurden Boy Scout Museum. The list goes on. Ron Gordon was our treasurer for several years, and it was his idea to have a George Washington art contest with the cooperation of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades in the elementary school next door. That contest has gone on annually now for 14 years with a brief pause because of something called COVID-19. Gene Holcomb was one of the people in the initial meetings of the group at the Octagon House in 1973. She was also one of the crafters in the first craft show that we had to raise funds for the museum. She was the event organizer for the Super Sunday craft show for over 40 years. And at one of those shows, we had over 120 exhibitors. We surrounded the museum. She was also involved in designing several of the exhibits at the museum, and her favorite was the 1930s kitchen. These are just a few of the volunteers that we've had over the years that helped get us to 50 years possible, and we're thankful for their contributions. We're now looking forward to our two next major events. One is the Super Sunday 2025 on June 1st on the lawn of the museum. We hope to have at least 50 exhibitors there. And the second is the golf outing on June 12th at the Greystone Golf Club. I'd like to add a special thanks to Sam Privetti and Sherry Allen and Terry Goike for and all the volunteers for their efforts in planning this anniversary dinner. Thank you.
Take a picture? You take a picture? you. I'd like to do a special thank you to our incredible committee here. I'll start with Terry Goike, who put together this presentation again, so thank you. Sherry Allen, who helps tremendously in all different aspects here at the museum. Alan, I'm going to butcher your last name, Gresbeck, who helped out tremendously. Jim Holcomb, Mark Faubert, who helped with all the lighting and the special effects here. And of course, I want to thank our generous sponsors and raffle sponsors and the booklet. Thank you very much. Whose contributions have made this evening possible. I also want to thank WBRW Channel 6 for filming this event and handling all the sound and lighting for this event as well, along with the MIT TV for coming to film this as well. And for all those of you watching at home, you're missing out a great time here. I want to thank Lisa Rapp here and Jeff Rapp, the owners here of the Abbey. They've put together a beautiful gem right here in the center of the tri-community, a great venue to host this historical event. And I also want to thank the Romeo High School students from the SERVE program for helping out tonight and yesterday with the setup. And I also want to thank the Romeo High School culinary department who made all the sweets for tonight's event. They did a great job, so thank you. So, tonight we have a great honor of honoring 6 outstanding individuals who have made a significant impact in our community. These honorees represent the very best of the greater Washington Township area, and I'm proud to spotlight their contributions on behalf of our Historical Society in making this area a wonderful place to live, work, and play. I'll read about the bio and then call the person up. Our first award, okay. Our first one is our Business of the Year. This one is kind of one of the favorites of mine because this person took an old barn and actually refurbished it to keep the rural character right here in Washington Township, actually making it into a little local business. It showcases a true love of the refurbishment of our rural character, as I said. Raven Oaks Farm, owned by Ryan Morrissey, is named our Business of the Year in recognition of his commitment to preserving Washington Township's rural heritage while embracing sustainable farming practices in 2017. Ryan discovered a historic 1800s barn and farmhouse in need of restoration. What started as a renovation project quickly turned into a passionate mission to preserve the barn's beauty and history, along with the township's agricultural roots. With the help of his father, Ryan meticulously restored the barn, which had previously housed racehorses, returning it to the original splendor in 2021. Ryan opened Raven Oaks Farm, Washington Township's first certified organic farm, where he grows heirloom vegetables and promotes sustainable farming practices. His work not only revitalizes a historic property, but also strengthens our community by providing locally grown organic produce. Ryan, alongside with his wife Jennifer and their children Alexa and Anthony, continue to grow this farm, embodying the values of family sustainability and community engagement. So I'm very proud to call up Ryan Morrissey to accept this award for Raven Oaks Farm. If you'd like to come up here. Man, they're really stuck in here. So I'm really proud to present you this plaque on behalf of the Historical Society. And I also we have a proclamation here from Congresswoman Lisa McLean's office, a certificate of congressional recognition as well.
Thank you very much.
So, no, thank you very much. I don't know if you'd like to say a couple words.
Oh, I don't. I'm not a speaker. Thank you,
No speech at all.
No, I'm not a speaker.
Here's a bag.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No, He's putting us back on track. Thank you very much. Our 2025 Organization of the Year is the Four County Community Foundation. We're recognizing them tonight as our Organization of the Year for their unwavering support and generosity to both our Historical Society and the broader community. Through numerous grants, including crucial funding for our recent roof restoration project, the foundation has played an integral role in preserving local history and ensuring that our facility remains a lasting asset for future generations. Serving the Southeast Michigan, the foundation is committed to strengthening communities by uniting people and organizations to address local needs and invest in long-term success. Their work extends beyond our community, providing grants, scholarships, and legacy programs that help people make a meaningful impact. We are deeply grateful for their partnership and support for our Historical Society, and we encourage everyone to learn more about the Four County Community Foundation and the inspiring work they do. So I'd like to call up the Four County Community Foundation to accept this award. Sorry, do you want to do a picture? Sorry, we can do a picture now. Yeah, I present this plaque on behalf of the society, and we also have a certificate from Lisa McLean's office as well.
Thank you
I
so
don't know if you'd like to
much.
say a couple words about the organization.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, thank you. I'll let you.
Thank you so much. My name is Sarah Kruger. I'm with the Four County Community Foundation, and I'll just take a moment to congratulate the Historical Society on their 50th anniversary. What a wonderful milestone you've reached. Four County Community Foundation has been in existence for almost 40 years, so we're right behind you. We started in 1987 with $2.5 million from the sale of a community hospital just north of here in Bruce Township. And we've grown in that time to 25 million now. So we're growing leaps and bounds, and we're just happy, so honored to be a part of the Historical Society and other wonderful nonprofit groups in our area, and we're glad to support you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll defer at the box. The next one is a Centurion honoree, but it goes back even longer than that. Tonight we honor the Smith Family Farm as a true testament to the perseverance and hard work and agricultural heritage that defines Washington Township. The farm's legacy began in 1638 when Edward Carleton and his family settled in the Massachusetts colony, and over the centuries the Carleton family moved west, ultimately establishing roots in Washington Township in the early 1800s. In 1832, Richard Carleton purchased the land, which is now 27 Mile Road. By the 1880s, the family was involved in truck farming, and Benjamin Smith transitioned the farm to focus on vegetable production, selling fresh produce at Detroit's Easter Market. The farm's agricultural legacy continued with Leon and Doris Smith, and later with Karen and her husband, who continued farming until 2020. Today, the Smith Family Farm remains a living piece of Washington Township's agricultural history, still producing soybeans, corn, and a large garden. Tim and his family are strong supporters of our Historical Society at all our events. Their commitment to preserving the land and continuing the family's farming tradition is an inspiration to us all. So I'd like to call up Tim and Karen Smith. Anyone from the family would like to come up and accept this award? So yeah, I'd like to present this award to you guys on the Centurion. And I also have a certificate as well from Congresswoman McLean's office. So, maybe we'll do a quick picture. Sorry. So I don't know if you'd like to say a few words.
Yes, I'd like to thank the Historical Society for this honor. This certificate or award is great. Anyway, my ancestors would be very proud of this award's recognition. A lot of times I feel sorry for myself and I think about my ancestors and I'm going, you come into a place that there's no roads, only trees. Everything that you own, you could put in the back of a pickup truck, and you made a life from that. And when I feel sorry, or when it's really cold, and I think, God, just think of how rough it was. So anyway, like I say, once again, I appreciate it, and it's an honor. And in August, well, the farm's not the only thing that's old. In August, Karen and I were married 53 years ago, right at this spot I'm standing at. Right here. Right here. That was it. Yeah. So thank you again. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Next is our 2025 Youth Ambassador. We are pleased to recognize Mark Forbear as our 2025 honoree, Mark has dedicated over 50 years to scouting and has been an invaluable asset to the Greater Washington Area Historical Society as the coordinator of the Scout Room at the Washington Historical Museum. Mark preserves and shares the rich history of scouting in southeastern Michigan. An Eagle Scout, former Scoutmaster, and historian, Mark has ensured that the legacy of scouting continues to thrive through the museum's collection of historical uniforms, trail medals, and artifacts. His work not only educates our community about scouting past, but also inspires future generations to carry forward the values of leadership, service, and community. Mark's lifelong dedication to scouting and preserving local history makes him a true ambassador to our township. So I'd like to call out Mark. So yeah, I'd like to present this plaque.
Thank you.
Picture. Okay, thanks. And then we also have a certificate as well from Lisa McLean's office.
Okay.
I'll let you say a few words. Yeah. I'll do it.
Well, thank you for this. It's amazing. I was just asked to fill in the museum on a tour 12 years ago, and I guess I'm still doing it. But it's been really rewarding. The scouts and all the kids who've come through the museum, boys and girls, hopefully they've enjoyed themselves. I would like to put a feather in the cap for the amount of Eagle projects we've put through on the museum. Through me, I don't remember what Jack did, but since I've been there, we've done over 23 Eagle projects that involved over $26,000. And that's all to help out the museum. So it's worthwhile. And we actually have 2 more projects that are on the docket. We're going to have brand new landscaping in the front, hopefully by the end of June. So, been a good road, and I love it. Thank you.
Okay. Our community supporter, this one's a big one. For over 2 decades, Ruth Heidelbright has been a pillar of service and philanthropy in our community. Her passion for celebrating history, culture, and community has touched countless lives, and her unwavering support for the Greater Washington Area Historical Society has made a lasting impact. As the founder of MidTV, Ruth has created a platform to uplift local voices through positive media and storytelling. She has also served on numerous charity boards, including Kids Kicking Cancer and Forgotten Harvest, and has been an instrumental volunteer at the Samaritan House for many years. Ruth's selfless contribution to our community and her dedication to supporting local causes are truly inspiring. A few years ago, when our museum was in need of funding for a new furnace, Ruth stepped forward without even any hesitation and made it a reality. Her generous contribution not only provided a more energy-efficient system, but also helped reduce monthly heating costs, ensuring the sustainability of the museum for years to come. One of Ruth's most significant contributions was her vision and hard work on the renovation of the Romeo Village Park, turning it into a beautiful focal point in the Village of Romeo and enhancing its charm. Ruth has spent countless hours on this project, driven by her deep love for our community. Ruth's philanthropy knows no bounds. She has always put the community first, selflessly helping wherever she is needed. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned from meeting Ruth is her belief that we are stronger together as a tri-community. Romeo, Washington, and Bruce Township. She was the first person I met who saw no division between our communities, and this spirit of unity is something I try to carry every day. Tonight, we celebrate her legacy of kindness, civic engagement, and her unwavering commitment to making our community a better place for all. It is with great pride that I present Ruth A. Heidelbright as our 2025 Community Supporter of the Year. Sorry. So I present this plaque, and we also have a congressional certificate here. So
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
I'll let you talk.
Thank you. Sam and I have been working together for a long time. And he's doing some amazing projects that we're going to be getting involved with
thank you.
too. So thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you.
And it's a great honor to accept this award for Community Supporter from the Historical Society. I've lived here most of my life, and coming home to Romeo years ago, my heart was set on giving back to the place that raised me. This community, its history and people, have always been my inspiration. I lived on 26 Mile Road, just west of Van Dyke, and there were 3 buildings there. There was my family's farm, a Jehovah's Witness Hall, which is now a veterinarian, and Monahan's farmhouse that was kind of a mixture of antiques, fresh vegetables, and just about anything else you wanted. And everybody was there on Sundays. So I went from there to being 4th, 5th, and 6th grade at the actual Washington Elementary, which you see in these pictures above, which is now the Washington Historical Society Museum. And then I went on to the middle school, and then in 9th grade, our class was the first class to attend Powell Middle School. And then I went back to Romeo High School and graduated in the class of 77. So I pretty much have lived here all my life. And this moment is even more special because it's happening here at the Abbey on Main. You know, this project was taken on by the Rapp family, and we've got to give them a hand because this place is historic. They've kept the historic value, and it's just amazing. Thank you, Lisa. You know, we look at the Abbey and the beautiful restored space that we're sitting in today, and it reflects what I love most about this community: its heart, its history, and its hope. And as Sam said, we've been working in this community for a long time with the belief that we're all one. The tri-community. All of our kids go to high school together. All of our families associate with one another. And it's been a real honor to work on that project of keeping everyone together. I want to thank the Historical Society for creating this award, recognizing the work, the love, and the shared spirit that continues to move us all forward and us all together. I came back to this community over 40 years ago with a desire to give back to the place that raised me. Since then, I've had the joy of working alongside so many dedicated neighbors and so many dedicated volunteers. And you all know them. They're the ones that show up. They're the ones that do the work and get these things done. They're the ones that are going to join together to restore these beautiful buildings and keep our history alive. This award is as much for them as it is for me. We are stronger when we lift each other up, when we preserve the past and build towards a better future together. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Okay. Our next honoree is a Lifetime Achievement Award. Tonight it is with great honor we present this Lifetime Achievement Award for 2025 to Paul Poljan. Paul's ties to Washington Township date back to 1947 when he was just a child and he was dedicated his life to both business and service here. His parents established Vale's Soda Grill and the Poljan Insurance Agency. Paul continued his legacy throughout his career. Beyond his business accomplishments, Paul has been dedicated to community leader here in Washington Township, serving on the Washington Township Fire Department, the Romeo Area J.C.'s, the Romeo Board of Education, and of course, serving as supervisor of Washington Township. He has also been involved in the Washington Lions Club, and he was instrumental with the Save the Octagon House Committee, contributing to the township's history and development. Paul and his wife Carol have raised 4 children here, and their families' ongoing contributions to the community are a testament to their deep roots and commitment to Washington Township. So it's with great honor I present this to Paul Poljan to come on up here and accept this award. No, it's okay. As long as you want to take a picture of it. Sure. Thank you. So we present this plaque proudly to you for all your service, and also this congressional certificate from Congresswoman Lisa McLean's office.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you. Put it here. If you like this.
I brought a few notes so I don't get off track and just meander, so. But I want to thank the Historical Society for this honor tonight. I truly am honored. And congratulations to all the recipients tonight and for all your contributions that you have made to our community, to Washington Township. And the Washington Historical Society, 50 years. That's quite an accomplishment. The projects include the museum, which we saw pictures of today. I'm dating myself, but I did attend kindergarten in that building, in the museum, in the basement of the building. And first grade, I went to St. Lawrence grade school. But in order to catch the Utica school bus, we had to walk between 26 and 25 Mile Road. I had 3 other siblings, and the 4 of us would walk down Van Dyke, catch the bus, and walk back. So I guess that's unheard of today, but we did it. Second grade was at Washington Elementary. Mrs. Hamilton was our teacher. For a few old timers that might remember Mrs. Hamilton. She was a wonderful teacher. So the museum has a real meaning to our community because it's a link between the old and the new. And I think that's vital with the museum, with the Octagon House, and other projects in the area. In Washington Township, 198 years. 2 more to go.
2 more to go.
We're in good hands. As stated, our family moved to Washington in 1947. My father and mother had the insight to purchase 7 acres on the corner of 26 Mile Road and Van Dyke. 26 Mile Road was a 2-lane gravel road, and that was it. The farm, the Octagon House, was actually a working farm by Wayne State University, where the students would come out and study agriculture. And it was a working farm, like I say. We had our school, we had a couple of filling stations, we had some local stores, but we certainly didn't have the facilities we have today, like Stony Creek Metro Park, our golf courses, our malls, our recreational facilities. But back in '47, when my dad built our home, he also built a little restaurant next door, and it was called Val's Soda Grill, and it was right on the corner of 26 and Van Dyke. And if you'll take a look at the brochure tonight, that is a picture of that soda grill, and the picture has my mother and also my older sister Patricia in that picture. So it's that was in the late 1940s, and in 1952, my dad started the Poljan Insurance Agency, which is still going strong today under the management of daughter Linda, with us tonight. My dad always said, as we looked out across the cornfields across from the house, someday this place is going to explode. And we always said, when is the explosion, Dad? Well, he was right. It has exploded into a wonderful area for families, for businesses, for recreation. It's a great place to live and raise your family. There's some people special in my life tonight that I would like to acknowledge. First of all, my wife Carol, and she is a former chaplain. Her father, also for some old timers, he owned and ran the Chapman's Menswear store at the north end of town, right on Main Street, where the printing shop is today. So he has a real link to this area. Daughters Laura and Linda are here tonight with their husbands Chris. They're both named Chris, so it's easy to remember. Grandson Austin is here tonight with us. Jody Weymouth is here tonight. Jody is with her husband Butch, the owners of the Clifton Mills on 31 Mile Road. They live, and the mills are located there. And Butch, however, couldn't be here tonight because he is in the hospital and he had a bad fall, and so he is recovering, and I'm sure he'd appreciate some prayers also. Also, we have Rebecca Verellen Vornberger and Bill Vornberger. Rebecca is the daughter of Linda Verellen, who's our treasurer in Washington Township for 7 terms, 28 years. She was the treasurer. And I think she holds a record. I think she does. Well, our family is surely thankful for the opportunity to have lived in this area, to have been able to contribute to it. And Washington Township is a great place to live, families, recreate, wonderful school system, and a lot of recreational facilities also. So thank you very much, and good luck in the future going forward to number 2,200. Thank you.
So as we celebrate these remarkable honorees tonight, I want to express my gratitude to them for their dedication of preserving and improving our community. As you can see, they're all very humble people. They do this wearing their hearts on their sleeve. Again, it is an honor to serve as both the president here of the Greater Washington Area Historical Society and the supervisor of Washington Township. I am continually inspired by the work of these exceptional individuals. That's one of the reasons we started doing this event, to kind of spotlight local Washington residents. I think this is a great event to spotlight as we march on to our bicentennial. Let's continue to work together to preserve and celebrate our history and future of Washington Township. Again, thank you all for your support. Please join me in congratulating all the 2025 honorees. Again, I know Jim mentioned it. Mark your calendars. Sunday, June 1st is our annual Super Sunday in Washington. Right now we have over 40 crafters. We're hoping to pass 50 crafters right here at the museum. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Octagon House will also have sales that day. We're trying to make it a block long of celebration there. On June 12th, we have our 4th annual golf outing at Greystone. There's information out here. Again, there's applications if you'd like to join. Please join our Historical Society. Being a democratic, not democratic, running a democratic, what do you call it? By show of hands, does everybody want to do the raffle now or later? so last call for raffle tickets, and we'll do the raffle in about a few minutes.